Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Teacher Let Your Light Shine. If you are new with us, we're so excited that you are here. Maybe you are looking up how to enroll students for your preschool, how to enroll students for your microschool, how to enroll students for your learning pod. Maybe you are thinking as a tutor, how do I get students? And let's say they start inquiring, what do I do? Well, today I'm going to share with you, this is year 3 of going into our micro school. I also have a tutoring business where I tutor students during the summertime. I also have helped many teachers and parents start their micro school homeschooling business. They have purchased our Biz Bundle documents. All of these documents are very foundational. I've used them from the beginning of starting our micro school and have just continued to get better and better, have researched, have worked collaboratively with other people, and all of these documents are so foundational. They are used simultaneously, but they are used in a little bit of a specific order. All of these documents help you in communicating effectively and clearly with a powerful message of helping families, helping students thrive. No matter what type of business you have, you can alter it to make this work for you. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you how I specifically use these documents in order to enroll students. Now, let's say you don't have those documents. It's absolutely okay. Once I give you a little bit of a feel or a little bit of a visual map of how this works, I guarantee you can adapt it for your business and you can just take the idea and soar with it. If you are interested in the documents, head on over to www.teachersletyourlightshine.com/shop. But until then, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Welcome, teacher, to the Let Your Light Shine podcast. If you're searching for the freedom and permission to design the life you love as a teacher, you're in the right place. I'm on a mission to help teachers just like you build their own dream school or homeschooling business. In this present day, the world needs you, teacher friend, to step out in faith and give students an education they love and so deserve. In this podcast, I will teach you how to start a fulfilling and profitable homeschooling business that lights you up. I'm Makenzie Oliver, former elementary teacher and instructional coach, gone homeschool teacher and business builder. I'm here to empower you to step outside the classroom and choose the experiences, the curriculum, and all the moments that put a smile on your face and your students. Does it seem like a dream? Well, it did to me, until God opened the doors and made it reality. Together, we are breaking through fears and moving the crowd. So get out your notebook, sharpen your pencil. It's time to get your teach on. All right, everyone, don't forget that if you've not snagged your clarity coaching session, now is the time. We got our summer sale going on. Snag your clarity coaching. Let me help you with your homeschooling business, create your learning pod, advance your micro school that you've already been doing, help you get started with your micro school, help you just to sort out, is this right for me? How do I actually get started? What are my first steps? What if I don't want to do it right now, but I want to do it in a year from now? What do I want to do if I want to start in January? How do I start in August? Get a hold of me. Go to www.teachersletyourlightshine.com/coaching. We have our summer sale where we can sit across from each other, zoom this out. I'll help you walk away with a strategy, with a game plan, with goals, with priorities. I'm super excited to be able to help you in so many different ways. Again, go to www.teachersletyourlightshine.com/coaching. Now, we just finished up our educational marketing series where I was so blessed to have worked with 9 incredible teachers or parents that were able to get started enrolling students into their micro school. We had such a blast. It was a 5-week series where I went live, taught the teachers, the parents, exactly what to do in an effort to get themselves set up to start enrolling students for their tutoring business, their micro school, their homeschooling business. There was also a 2-month in June and July accountability group that we're still in right now, but it's so great because we're able to share ideas. The women are so awesome. You can also find them in our regular Facebook group. They're a part of both groups, but the regular Facebook group is Start Your Micro School or Homeschooling Business. If you want to post in there, ask questions, they are there to help you. They will help you get set up. They will share some ideas with you. They went through an intense training, okay? 1.5 hours for 5 weeks in a row. So proud of them. But this takes some time. It takes some grit. It takes some intention. It takes some strategy in order to enroll students. Now, I don't have enough time on this podcast to share all of those strategies, but what I do want to focus on are the pieces that are very foundational when you start your business. You have to be able to communicate clearly. You can post all you want to on social media. You can have the greatest Facebook page. You can have an awesome Instagram page. You can have a beautiful website. But unless you know how to get people to come to your website, to come to your Facebook page, unless you know how to get people to really buy in to your why and what you're doing, if you know, once you have an interested family, how do you actually go through the process to make yourself look professional and to be able to relate to family and to give them a systematic process for enrolling their children, this is a great episode for you. Pay attention, take some notes. Well, first off, what we're going to talk about is just if you want the business bundle documents, they're all ready to go. Now, this doesn't mean that it's just you get your business bundle and you're ready to just shoot it out to everybody, because my business is different than yours. But I have done my research, my time, and I have developed products for you to be able to plug and play. And you can just take what we've already given you, and we give you step-by-step directions and just ideas to help you formulate your message to help gain clarity and to help gain the know, the like, and the trust factor from potential families. So let's start off with, in the business bundle, you can break apart any piece that you want, okay? But there are some foundational pieces. There's nothing else that I would add to this, and there's nothing that I would ever take away. Nothing. All of these are very intricate pieces, and I'll tell you why. Now, if you don't want to buy all of the pieces, you just want to buy some of them, then you can go and you can just pick and choose. But if you want all of them at a discounted rate, you'll definitely want to get the business bundle. Let's start off with, first off, I got to give you a little disclaimer. You can go into our Facebook group. This will be posted today. After the episode, you're going to be able to see this. It is a little visual map, okay? It's so good. It's a visual map that's going to show you exactly how you use the business bundle documents. So the first one is your brochure and your flyer. You got to have a brochure. You got to have a flyer. Business cards are great, but business cards don't paint a picture. We need a picture painted for families. It's very visually appealing. You can put a lot of words on there, a lot of graphics to really capture the attention of your families so that they can really know you and honestly like what they see. So the brochure and the flyer, they go to everyone, everywhere. Your friends, your family, your neighbors. You set up a tent, you set up a booth somewhere, you pass them out at businesses, libraries. The list goes on and on. Head into our Facebook group if you need some additional ideas. We are always posting in there. People are asking questions. They need a little bit of a refresher on where do I go and find these students. But your brochure and flyer paint a really great picture. Your brochure is definitely, your flyer's great, okay? It's like the little window into your school. But the brochure is like the door to your school because you're able to put graphics and you're able to really start narrowing down the pillars of your school, what you have to offer, full-time, part-time, what a day in the life looks like. So you're able to get a good 5 pages of details that really help the parents understand a little bit more about what you have to offer. Next, let's say someone inquires through the brochure or the flyer and they reach out to you through phone or through text message, through phone call, text message, or through email. They may even reach out to you through Facebook. Then we send a very detailed email that is just very great at, we're here to help your family. We're so excited that you are interested in Lighthouse Learning. I like to go ahead and just highlight some pillars of our school. And then I tell the families that the introductory packet is attached. So when a lead comes in from a person you know or don't know through your website, through Facebook, through text, you can say, I'm going to send you an inquiry. I'm going to send you an email, or you go ahead and email them and you highlight very friendly, very welcoming. You want to ask them if there is anything that you can learn about their family. You'd love to know what age their family is, their strengths, their needs. I'd love to know more about your family. I've attached our introductory packet. The reason why you want to go ahead and attach it is because it gives the know, the like, and the trust factor, and parents want you to be transparent. They like self-serving. They like being able to understand what it is. Parents are on their phones. They're busy. They're working. They just need quick information. So we don't want to put the introductory packet right on our website because we want people to inquire. And we also want to build a connection and a relationship with them. So messaging them back, asking them questions, asking them to call you, giving them your phone number, asking questions about their family. It's very relevant to them for them to write you back. But also, if they don't have time to write you back, they can go ahead and self-serve and they can look at your introductory packet. The introductory packet shows that you are professional, that you're organized, that you're ready. It is the cream of the crop. It's the front page of your book, of your school. I have had every single parent tell me, I've read it so many times. I keep it on my desk. I loved having it to show my husband. I love being able to show my family where my kids are going to go to school next year. It's 7 pages. And you're going, what? And I have a lot of people who get a little bit of a writer's block as they're working through the introductory packet. And I tell them, listen, maybe you just want to start off with 2 to 3 pages and build as you go. But you need to have an introductory packet. It is so beneficial for the know, the like, and the trust factor. After the introductory packet, you definitely want to try to have a phone call with the family. So let's say they don't respond back to you, you can follow up with them. And I have a little process of following up, and I have a specific email that I use following up. I also have a very specific email when parents inquire. I give a very specific email. I adapt it a little bit here and there, but for the most part, it's copy and paste. It's very warm and welcoming, but I don't want every time I get an inquiry to have to recreate this entire email. But the most important thing is to get a phone call with the family. Now, I don't want to withhold information. I've done this before where I thought, I'm going to try to get them on the phone and then I'll send them the introductory packet. But I'm like, that's just really withholding information, and some people just cannot talk on the phone. So give them what they need and then follow back up with them with an email, with a phone call, with a text message. Try your best to get them on the phone so you can just relate to them, communicate with them, build a connection with them. This is about helping them, not just about you showcasing what you have to offer, really understanding what they need so that you can tailor your services to their need. Meaning, if they are saying that they're struggling with their children enjoying school, well, guess what? Now you know what you can highlight when you're speaking with them. If the parents are saying to you, I really need a tutor, but I just don't know where my child is and I don't know where they need to be, then you can say, listen, I know you saw my introductory packet, but I'd like to be able to explain to you a little bit more what I have to offer your family in order to get your child where he or she needs to be in order to be a successful reader. Next, after you've met with the family, you've given them the introductory packet or called the family over the phone, you've given them the introductory packet. Next, you want to set up a meeting with the family. I love having my business binder. This is so beautiful. I've had parents ask me, so where did you get a hold of Lighthouse Learning? Where did you learn how to do this? How did you meet up with Lighthouse Learning? And I'm like, I didn't. This is what God gave me. He gave me the idea. He gave me all of it. And the families are very, very impressed. Even the teachers who are doing this, the parents who are doing this, when they show their families the business binder, or when they sit with them and they're really able to have all of the documents in hand, the parents are impressed. So what I have is a binder, and inside of the binder, or on the front cover of my binder, like in the front little sheet protector area, I have my flyer. And then when the families come over, in a sheet protector, I've got my introductory packet. This has been very beneficial because maybe the dad didn't see the introductory packet. Maybe you need to go back and refresh over the introductory packet and give it to the families again, which, by the way, the introductory packet is foundational. It has your vision, your mission, beliefs in it. It's something that I use and look at every single day to make sure that I'm making the best decisions for my family, the families that I serve, and the people that I hire. So in a sheet protector, I've got the introductory packet. I also have extra copies of my brochure and my flyer. I take the binder with me, and any chance I have to give a brochure or a flyer to my waitress, to someone at the store, to someone at the library, I already have it in my car ready to go. Then I also have our parent partnership letter, because for some families, I offer homeschool tutoring. I also offer part-time. So there's some homeschool families who are like, I don't want to give my child away for the 5 days, but I really just need a teacher to help me figure out what I'm supposed to do. So I use the parent partnership letter, and I use this in conjunction sometimes with the introductory packet because it really shows how I can help their family specifically with their child. Inside my business binder, I have copies of my enrollment form, which, by the way, I still use my enrollment form. I take all of the information and I've just copied and pasted it into a Google form where I can send it to families via email, and they can just click the link and their child signs up. They can sign their child up through that enrollment form. Now, we're going to stop right there. Now, of course, in my business binder, I still have my welcome letter and I have my handbook and my contract. But when I'm meeting with the family, I want them to see my organization. I want to be prepared. If they ask me questions, I can pull out my introductory packet. If they want to know my schedule, I can pull it out and I can send them home with it, because chances are if they looked at it on their computer, they didn't print it out. But having it printed out is so nice for them to look and review over. Now, as I'm speaking with them, if they say, well, I'm just thinking that I don't want to send my child full-time, but I'm thinking part-time, then I give them the parent partnership letter so they can see how I can help them specifically part-time. After I've met with the family, I always send a thank you email. Now, the thank you email isn't just, thank you so much for coming, let me know if you have any questions. I also include the handbook and contract. And I tell them, thank you so much for meeting with me. It was such a joy to meet with your family. I highlight some of our conversation points. And then I say, I want you to go ahead and begin with the end in mind and look at our handbook and contract. I want you to make sure that you feel that your child is safe and feels connected within our school. Please take some time to look over our handbook and contract before making a decision. And if you find that Lighthouse Learning is a good fit for your school, go ahead and click this link to enroll your child. Now, I say it a little bit more warm and friendly than that, but in that thank you email, it's two things. One, it's assuming that their child's going to enroll. Two, it's still the know, like, trust factor. Families feel safe. They feel heard. They feel as if, okay, I know my child's taken care of. Everything's been explained. I know when payments are due. I know how they're due. I know how to get in touch with my child's teacher. I know how this is all going to play out. I know what happens on sick days. I know what happens with safety. They love it. I even had a parent say, I thought everything was great until I got the handbook and contract, and I thought this is even better. Because the handbook and contract has things in there that you don't have in your introductory packet. And there's probably some questions that the parents are wondering that are in the handbook and contract. So they have that available. And then I also attach the enrollment form. Now, let's assume that the parents were like, woohoo, yes, I want to sign my child up. They have the enrollment form completed. It's very detailed on when payments are due, how the process works, because once they sign their child up for enrollment, then I send their family in the mail the welcome letter. And it's not only for the child, but it's for the family. The welcome letter is really great. It highlights, again, all of our dates for the school year. It's very well laid out. So if they misplaced the introductory packet, if they misplaced the handbook and contract, or they didn't want to send it, or they didn't want to print it out because the handbook and contract is 17 pages. But you can plug and play. You can take things out, you can add things in, but you definitely need a handbook and contract. Once they sign that, then the parents are able to continue on with the journey. I send a welcome letter with all of the details of our school, just in a 2-page fashion. It's a meet the teacher. The children see all of the teachers that are going to be at the school or the volunteers. It's just a warm, friendly welcome. Then the parents get a little paper that showcases our times of the year and our payment schedule, so they can hang that up on the fridge. And then there's a front and back paper that the children get to sign, fill out, and send back to me. These are critical. The enrollment form and the welcome letter, I capture those and I write them in my not consumed planner because I create little individualized plans. I know what their favorite colors are. I know what they love, what they don't like, what they're scared of, what they love to learn about. And then it helps me to prepare accordingly for the school year. The enrollment form is very detailed. The parents are able to add in information that's not just name, birthday, age. The enrollment form has tons of information that allows me to really get to know the family and their needs and their wants and their expectations. And they know mine as well when they look through that enrollment form. So again, I'm going to include this visual in our Facebook group. You can head on over to Facebook. It is Start Your Micro School or Homeschooling Business. There's going to be a visual for you to look at. I'm so excited for you to see this. And I'm so excited. If you've not been able to get the business bundle, ask me questions about it. Go into the Facebook group, ask questions about it. People will answer your questions. They'll help you with, I know that it's a big purchase. I know that there are times where you're thinking, do I need all of these pieces? And people will tell you how they're using them, and they will tell you the best way that they found it has been useful for their business. So again, head on over to Start Your Micro School or Homeschooling Business. That's on Facebook. And if you're just ready to get those documents and you're ready to plug and play, head on over to www.teachersletyourlightshine.com/shop. We'll see you then. Hey, teacher friend. Thanks so much for listening to today's show. I pray it inspired you, touched you, or challenged you in some way, because we are making big shifts and using our teaching gifts for God's glory like never before. I'm so grateful for you. The number one way you can support this show is to leave a written review on Apple Podcasts, and also share this with another teacher. Come join me in the Virtual Teachers Lounge, known as the Teacher Let Your Light Shine Facebook group. Until next time, keep shining your teacher light. The world needs you.